Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Here we go. 46 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Bingo. Going to 52. Pass it. Under. Ringo. 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 Here we go. 46 to Mike. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Quad. Watch 88. Watch 88. Here we go. 46. Tap right. 45. Mike. 26.
Prescott to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Looking long for his tight end read. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
80, blue 80, right 25. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check. Switch.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Jones has it. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. DeMarcus Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. There the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Back to you.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3. Kid, 21, kid.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike, 45. Rip left. Hey, kill. 47. 45.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready,
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 26. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 51. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Ryan. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now it's the backup, Newton. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott now. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Come on. 46. We're going to 54. Wire. Got one. I got one. No. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Right. Go. 55.
From the gun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dante Fowler in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 21. Check. 4 down. 4 down.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, it's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hey, Alpha.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
5 yards to go.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 21. 51. Down. Hey, Echo. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Now Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 77 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. Darrell Worley up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, check. Quit talking about it and bring it. 51, sub.
From the 40 now on second down. Ryan, and that's complete to Jeffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ryan, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Newton. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Right here.
10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Check 53's mine. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. Complete to Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ryan. And fights through one man. It's caught. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking middle, and that's complete. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Ready. Back 25. Mike 54. Mike 54. 6-man.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jalen Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun. Ryan going to throw deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Cooper was the target there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, it's Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan able to fight through one tackle. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 43 is the mark.
Prescott from the gun. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley 78 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go to Elliott again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Come up the ball.
On third down, Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
17 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
45.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.